Distinguished guests, graduands, your family and friends, Bond colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this ceremony for the conferring of degrees in the Faculty of Business and the Faculty of Health Sciences and Medicine. And I'm sorry about the weather. I'd like now to introduce our Chancellor, Dr. Helen Nugent AO.
Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, it gives me enormous pleasure to welcome you to this morning's graduation ceremony. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, and I pay my respect to their elders, both past and present. It also gives me great pleasure to welcome to this morning's ceremony, as proud parents of a graduating Bondie, the Mayor, Councillor Tom Tate, and his wife, Mrs. Ruth Tate. Returning to the university today for the graduation ceremony is also the university's Foundation Vice-Chancellor, Professor Don Watts AM, and his wonderful wife, Michelle. Don's Tavern, as I'm sure you all know, is named in honour of Professor Watts. We are always delighted to have Don and Michelle with us so that you can see the real Don, not just the tavern. Today is a day for looking forward. That's really important, but it's also a day to reflect on the past. As you would know, the founder of this great university, Mr. Alan Bond, passed away last Friday. He had a vision to create Australia's first private, not-for-profit university. Nearly 3 decades ago, Alan saw the swampland and pine forest on which our beautiful campus proudly rises and envisaged an international university of the highest standards to serve Australia and its neighbours, and they are his words. He then applied his considerable energy and drive to create the first university on the Gold Coast. With no financial support from either the state or the Commonwealth governments, Alan was determined to build a world-class educational institution. He did not possess the benefit of a university education himself, but believed passionately in the advantages and opportunities that a university degree can offer. While, as we know, Alan has had a checkered past, and he also acknowledged that he was not always proud of some of his actions, he remained a staunch supporter of Bond University. We are grateful for his vision, his passion, and his determination that led to the establishment of our university. We have survived and thrived since those early days. Our entrepreneurial spirit and fierce determination to be different owes much to Alan's legacy. Vale Alan Bond. May the university you founded continue to live up to your vision for it. Those of you graduating today have also faced challenges, and you also look to the future with huge optimism. If you take a moment to think back on some of your challenges, you may be surprised to find that those examples are what helped you to grow, gave you confidence, and led you in new directions. Graduating this morning with an MBA is Mr. Corey Stone. Corey's research subject combined his expertise in statistical modelling with a passion for medicine. He researched the factors that affect the survival outcomes for lung cancer patients after undergoing surgery. This led to invitations to present his research at 3 international conferences and an offer to study at the University of Bangkok. Corey has made a difference by focusing on a challenge and looking forward to the future with optimism. All of you undoubtedly have your own stories of challenges that you have overcome. We hope that your time at Bond has been rewarding, exciting, and challenging, and we look forward with optimism to knowing what you will do in the future. We know that you will carve a great future, and we know that we will be proud of you. So, on behalf of the Council of Bond University and all its staff who do care so very passionately about you, we wish you every success beyond Bond. Congratulations to each of you on your graduation today. Ladies and gentlemen, I am now delighted to introduce this morning's occasional speaker, Mr. Tom Ray. Tom is a Bondie through and through. His father was on the council at Bond University, and his brother also attended Bond, as did he. Tom graduated from Bond University with a Bachelor of Communications Business in 1994. In 2006, he was elected as an alumni member of Bond University and later became a member of the Nominations Advisory Committee representing alumni. In 2008, he was elected to the Council of the University and re-elected in 2011. He retired from Council, having served the maximum term allowable at the annual general meeting in April this year. During that time, he made a significant contribution to Council, and I must say how delighted I am to have had the opportunity to work with Tom. Mr. Ray began his career in Sydney at advertising agency John Singleton Advertising, where at 24 he became the youngest account director the agency ever promoted. He then moved on to Macquarie Bank Limited as Business Development Manager and Assistant to the Executive Director in the Macquarie Banking and Property Group. During his time at Macquarie, Mr. Ray worked in the Medalist Development Group, a joint venture between Macquarie Bank and Greg Norman, which developed golf course communities around the world. After a period in London, Mr. Ray returned to Australia to join his family's property development business, the Ray Group. Today, he and his brother Jack are co-partners in the Ray Group, and the organisation now develops and manages its own private portfolio of retail and commercial property in Queensland and New South Wales. Mr. Ray has been a very active member of this community, of the Gold Coast community. He is one of the founders of the Salt Surf Lifesaving Club at Salt Village. He is a past trustee of the Currumbin Wildlife Hospital Foundation, the current chair of the Perry Cross Spinal Research Foundation, the past president of the Bond University Rugby Club, very important, and a current director of the Southport School Foundation. These are things that we are so proud of Tom for having developed. We hope that they have been also encouraged by you, among you at Bond as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming a very special speaker today, one of two alumni that will be speaking today. I think that's a first. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Tom Ray.
Thank you, Helen, for that introduction. I've got 7 minutes, right, Chancellor? No more than 10, though. They're quite strict on the time limit, I suppose, in case I'm boring you, but I ran my speech the other day by a friend and said that I was trying to shorten it by a couple of minutes, and he said, "Why bother? What are they going to do, fail you?" But I promise I won't go over the time allowed, Chancellor. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the faculty, special guests, parents, partners and friends, and of course, the Bond University graduating class of 151. It's a rare and humbling privilege to be invited to address a graduating class such as this, and I thank you, Chancellor and the Vice-Chancellor, for the honour. Congratulations on attaining your degrees. Of course, it's a momentous day for all of you, the significance of which might become even more obvious to you in years ahead when you come to find that the road to success and achievement is almost always as long and difficult as it has been for you here at Bond. So in years to come, when you're head down in your careers and fighting it out for a goal which you might feel is lost or so far down the track, Just remember what it feels like to be the winners that you are here today. Of course, success and achievement also takes collaboration, networks and support. And having lost a little bit of my own sleep thinking about you all, I dread the countless nights your parents and partners have lost visualising this day. As you take a deep breath in anticipation of your careers ahead, congratulations to your parents and partners and everyone else who has helped get you here today, who I can hear exhaling with relief. As you walk out those doors behind you, you'll be following around 30,000 Bond alumni who went before you. Like them, you'll go your own ways. However, you'll go as a unique class of Bond alumni, equipped with an education that has prepared you exceptionally well for all of the knowns and all of the yet-to-be-knowns which lie ahead. And I can say this with confidence because I'm a Bondie just like you. I've been through the system. I've also been part of the Bond Council, as you've heard, where I've heard faculty reviews from all of the deans. I was even part of the undergraduate core subjects review committee that just reintroduced the core, but you can't hold that one against me. I know how you're taught, and I've learned a fair amount about what you'll need out there. You may be about to enter the healthcare and medical world where most Western nations are dealing with the challenges of ageing populations and facing new illnesses brought about by an ever more complex environment. You may be a business graduate entering a world where markets are developing and are more connected and rapidly changing than at any other time during history. Regardless of where you are heading, rest assured you are well prepared. This university was founded on the basis of a few unique fundamentals which set you apart. Small class sizes, a discreet and intimate campus comprising internationally sourced students and internationally sourced staff, lecturers without tenure whose position at this institution ultimately relies upon your results and your outcomes. Those were the cornerstones of this university at the outset. They remain cornerstones today, and you won't find them at any other university in Australia. And perhaps, as the Chancellor has just done, at this point it's appropriate to acknowledge the recent passing of the university's founder. Much has been said about Alan Bond, particularly over the last couple of weeks, which leaves me to say only this. Regardless of your impression of the man, we would not be here, not be in this hall celebrating your achievements today if it wasn't for his vision. Vale Alan Bond, and thank you. Some of you will by now, have a clear idea for what you're going to do next, albeit perhaps with some apprehension of how you'll fare. Others may still be nervously pondering the next step. To all of you I say, be confident. Provided you are proactive, finding opportunities won't be an issue. Remember, only 1 in 4 people in this country have a university degree, so you're already in a class of your own. The common issue for most of you will be deciding, whilst relying on your limited career experiences, which of all the career paths offered to you is the right one to take. And I remember contemplating these things where you are right now when I graduated with my degree in 1994. I immediately began worrying about how or where I would apply my broad new university-taught skills. And my dad, whilst I'm sure being very desperate to have me join him in the family property business, could see I was struggling a little. And so he encouraged me to go and work in an advertising agency. His rationale being that every career at some level is about selling. So best I go and learn how to sell and figure out the rest later. And so off I went to Sydney, to John Singleton Advertising, and the 1-year traineeship that I was offered there turned into a wonderful and exciting start to my career, which I never would have seen coming, and which on the face of it might bear no relevance at all to what it is that I do today, developing and managing commercial property. So my advice early on is, try not to worry yourselves about making the right career choice. There will be many right career choices, and they will lead to experiences which you'll draw upon in the most unpredictable of ways down the track. The important thing for you is to find something you're interested in, involving people you respect and people you can learn from, and give it a try. Don't be too concerned if it doesn't work out. In your lifetime, technology will continue to change the working environment and the economy like it never has before. Not only must you be open to move around and start new jobs and careers, you should expect it. You will grow and see new opportunities just as the industries will come and go, as well as the organisations and the people within them. If you work hard and you pay attention, all of this will be to your advantage. Your working experiences, while sometimes might seem unrelated or unconnected from one job to the next, will become something more than the sum of all their parts. Steve Jobs used to call it connecting the dots. I went from advertising to investment banking to telecommunications to hospitality, and finally, not until my early 30s, the family property business where I've been for the last 11 years. And all of those experiences I had in my 20s, I draw upon every day in what I do now. 10 years ago, my parents unfortunately died in an accident. I subsequently and very suddenly took over my father's business responsibilities. As a consequence of his death, millions of dollars of development finance he had on our projects at the time went into automatic default. A huge book of development was starting to come out of the ground, so the financial drawings were significant and the timing was awful. At the time, the biggest challenge and risk we faced was assuring our bankers that without him, we could sell enough land and apartments to repay what we owed. And it very soon became apparent that the underlying solution for us was sales and marketing. And so all of those years I'd spent advertising at John Singleton Advertising and retailing came to the fore. A job which in the beginning seemed like somewhere I'd just spend a year or so figuring a few things out, actually played a huge part in saving our family business. In the couple of months since the Chancellor invited me to speak to you all here today, I've kept a notebook of thoughts which have crept into my head as I've gone about my day. That notebook's now 5 pages long. The Chancellor has us on a 7-minute time limit here today, so we don't have time to discuss them all. Particularly those thousands of little things you need to keep aware of, which actually really do matter, particularly when you're starting out and have not much more to be evaluated on in your job place, like your spelling, your grammar, your appearance, your accuracy, your honesty, your punctuality, your communication skills. I could go on. These are all tantamount to success and must never be trivialised, yet so often they are. The most important message I can convey to you right now is to be confident that what you've achieved at this place up until this point has prepared you exceptionally well. Find something, start something, put your heads down and go hard. While you're young, with mostly only yourselves to think about, I can assure you it's much easier to focus on your career than when you get to where I am and you need to balance work with partners, kids, and afternoon soccer practice. There will be no such thing as a set career path for you, no matter how certain you think you are today of where you're heading. You need to be prepared for the opportunities and accept they will appear from the most unlikely of places. And when, in a few years, with some experience and some reference points, the big idea or opportunity finally comes into focus for you, you'll be amazed by connecting the dots how simple and how obvious it all seems. Good luck to you, 151.
Thank you, Tom. What a wonderful, insightful speech. There's a few things I take away from that. The most important of it is that Bond teaches an entrepreneurial spirit that teaches you not to break the rules, but just to bend them a little. The 7 minutes, I agree, should be ignored, at least when you've got a powerful speaker like Tom today. But having said that, and somewhat teasing him, can I say the wisdom he's conveyed is something that is really worth taking to heart. Being confident as you stand on the precipice of a new life, you stand at the crossroads, is so critical. Seizing the opportunity, as he did on multiple occasions. Using a degree of serendipity in the way it all comes together and acknowledging what you draw on as you move forward from different parts of your life, and then connecting those dots is invaluable wisdom for life. Thank you for sharing those thoughts, Tom. Absolutely wonderful, but more importantly, thank you in addition for all you have done for Bond. Thank you for being a role model that we all that we all love so much. What you have done, not just for Bond, but for the community more generally, is profound, and we look forward to a future with you taking a leadership role, not just on the Gold Coast, but more broadly in Australia. Thank you for being a great Bondie.
I would ask our graduands to please be standing. Chancellor, I wish to present to you and to the University the following graduands who are in attendance today for admission to awards of Bond University. From the Faculty of Business, 89 graduands. From the Faculty of Health Sciences and Medicine, 44 graduands. I certify to you and to the University Council that the graduands have satisfied the requirements for admission to the award for which they are being presented today.
With the authority of Council, I hereby admit you to the awards for which you have qualified. I also admit to their awards those candidates listed in the graduation program who are unable to be with us today.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the formal moment of their graduation. Congratulations. Will the graduates please be seated?
Chancellor, the following candidates are presented for the award of Research Doctorates. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy from the Faculty of Health Sciences and Medicine, with the thesis title, Developing a Simple Tool for Screening the Health and Motor Performance Related Fitness of Children, Chancellor, I present Nikki Milne. Also for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, also from the Faculty of Health Sciences and Medicine, with the thesis title, Preventing Overdiagnosis, I present Ray Moynihan.
I now invite the Acting Executive Dean of the Faculty of Business to join me in congratulating each of her graduates as they are presented.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Business. For For the degree of Bachelor of Business, Basil Ali Al-Mohsen. Malak Abdullah Al-Mohsen. Majid Yahya Al-Shaiki. Sarah Al-Suleiman. Andrea Bay Broughton. Tanya Ingrid Buchholz. Chu Wang Jian. Daniel Tracy Coles. Kristen Sizik. Jasmine Valentina Dalacqua. Hannah Evans. Alicia Jane Hannant. Chelsea May Hollins. Sophie Lacorn. Taryn J. Lindors. Liu Xiaofei. Eric John MacDonald. Catherine McConaughey. Koitachi Mok. Alexandria Moore. Ouyang Kainan. Mila Christina Pesova. Holly Rennie. Michael Sharp. Matthew Stubbs. Alexander Francis Tates. Chutipon Urapipatanapong. Zeno van Gils. Li Ting Yu. For the Bachelor of Business and Bachelor of Commerce, Georgia Mallon. For the Bachelor of Business Systems, Turk Ali Al-Mehbak. For the Bachelor of Commerce, Abdullah Abdulrahman Al-Afash. Jiminda Bansal. Nitesh Chowda. Jared Rees Davis. Amelia Jade Dean. Lachlan Andrew Farr. Georgia Graining. Jesse Joska. Alexandros Karatapousis. Liam Chase Marsh. Meera Narayanasamy. Sharon Sia. And Bryce Thomas. For the Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Laws, Georgia Edwards. And Andrew Richard Lyndon Lay. For the Bachelor of International Hotel and Resort Management, Laura Kate Bowden. For the Bachelor of International Hotel and Tourism Management, Taylor Lee Donpon. And Madison Gabriel. For the Master of Accounting, Ash Lynn. Fei Luo. Jonalyn Bismonte Supple. Yingming Tian. For the Master of Accounting and Master of Business Administration, Roman Zhuk. For the Master of Accounting Professional, Shuhei Kaneko. And Treen Tamming. For the Master of Business, John Constantine Nikiforidis. And David Slay. For the Master of Business Professional, Krish Parekh. For the Master of Business Administration, Evan Barker. Jane Chow. Kuo Chun Ma. And Tyson Lyle Pillion. For the Master of Business Administration with high distinction, Corey Stone. For the Master of Business Administration Professional, Pratik Kelkar. And Girish Kishore Savlani. For the Master of Finance, George Beyruth. Timothy Christopher Jones. And Nico Meyer. For the Master of Financial Management, O Chi Ji Jie. For the Master of Financial Management Professional, Keval Gandhi.
The University is very proud of its long association with Business Breakthrough Incorporated in Japan. Together, we teach a Master of Business Administration program tailored to meet the needs of Japanese business. I now invite Dr. Kenichi Omai, the Managing Director of Business Breakthrough Incorporated, to present graduates from the Bond University BBT Global Leadership MBA.
Chancellor, I wish to present the following 25 graduates in the Bond University BBT Global Leadership MBA. This is the first time the women's ratio has exceeded 30%, actually 32%, which is very unusual for a Japanese university. Only 5 of them are attending this ceremony. Other 20 are watching this one on the satellite television. Junko Fujita. Tokiko Nagamine. Yasuhiro Shinkai. Ayako Suzuki. 忍谷脇、I'll read the 20 graduates who are not attending this ceremony. 涼介藤井、司岩崎、浅見岩瀬、みゆきジョーンズ、良三基礎、里志小柴、一世まだらめ、秋和松田、智子松永、哲弘宮本、剛森田、剛野柴、裕二大久保、智之鈴木、裕次郎筒井。Thank you.
I now invite the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences and Medicine to join me in congratulating each of her graduates as they are presented.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Health Sciences and Medicine. For the Diploma of Sports Management, Yara Chung. For the Bachelor of Biomedical Science, Zachary John Filipich. Matthew David Kersner. Courtney Michelle Little. Alexander Mazursky. Jonathan Shelton Rains. James Lewis Whiffen. For the Bachelor of Health Sciences, Michaela Courtney Roberts. For the Bachelor of Sports Management, Jay Eccleston. And Matthew John Hay. For the Graduate Certificate in Retrieval Medicine, Ronan Fennessy. For the Doctor of Physiotherapy, Michael Allard. Amy Patricia Carreri. Michael Patrick Clare. Charles Wilson Koch. Lindsay Coter. Roxanne Davies. Amy Lee Decker. Christina Evans. Catherine Goodall, Daniel Vincent Gorton, Michelle Van Hoa, Corey Edmonds Jenkins, William Jordan, Ben Casehagen, Hoixing Kwan, Dylan Lee MacDonald, James Robert Maurini, Cherie May McKean, Kerry Veronica Myers, Benjamin Robert Murphy, Yasushi Nomura, Daniel Peter Polk, Ashley Louise Prowse, Anthony James Rofe, David Allen Sender, Mary Frances Shea, Michael Duncan Sorrell Saunders, Michaela Elise Southam, Delia Weston, and Andrew Wilson. Chancellor, the graduate selected to give the valedictory address on behalf of all those graduating this morning is graduating with the degree of Doctor of Physiotherapy. I present the valedictorian, Nicholas Robert Russell.
Good morning, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, faculty members, family, friends, and of course, the graduating class of 2015. We did it. I'm honoured and humbled to have been selected to make the valedictory speech this morning. I do, though, understand that the attention span of a student is very limited. So as Winston Churchill once said, a good speech should be like a women's dress, long enough to cover the subject, but short enough to keep enough interest. A little over 2 years ago, I was driving up to Bond University from Melbourne. I had all my worldly possessions packed into my 1992 Subaru Speed Machine. I was about to begin what was the biggest adventure of my life thus far. What dawned on me was, like a lot of us in the room today, I knew no one who lived on the Gold Coast. The sheer panic of being alone, mixed with the uncertainty of what the future held, made the drive up the Pacific motorway an emotional rollercoaster. Thankfully, over my 2 years at Bond University, it has welcomed me into its community and embraced me. From the early O-Week parties, where the line, "If you ain't twerking, you ain't working," were formed, the late night study sessions where the investigation to find out who can eat as many cinnamon donuts in as quickly as possible time was more important than working out what passed through the Sussum-Tickle tallow, or the bumps and bruises that go with winning an AFL premiership with the Sharkies, or exploring the open waters on the Habibi in the Whit Sundays, or the parties at the Love Palace, where the only thing that was guaranteed was a sore head in the morning. These experiences and many more are some of my fondest memories of my time at Bond. From them, they have allowed me to stand up here and look amongst the room and see a diverse group of friends. Although we are all about to go on our separate ways, the connections we have made through our times here will still play a large role in our future. I am looking forward to my next adventures of singing karaoke in Hong Kong, eating alligator in Florida, doing the funky chicken at a wedding in Tel Aviv, and maybe even watching the Toronto Maple Leafs win a game of ice hockey. The melting pot community that is able to bring people from all over the world and unite them as one is one of the many features that makes Bond University so unique. While the primary aim of attending university is not learning how to tie a toga, conquering the monster oil burger, or knowing that nothing good happens after 2 a.m, but learning the core key concepts and knowledge and skills of our individual degrees that we graduate with today. What has been a strong educational theme throughout my degree is the notion of how to think, not what to think. As Professor Robin Orr so nicely put it, this strong push on problem-based and self-directed learning that Bond offers promotes independence and innovation, not memorisation. By challenging us to think deeper and not just spoon-feeding us the information, has prepared us all for the challenges that we are going to face both in our professional and personal lives in the future. A huge thank you must go to the faculty staff, lecturers, tutors, who through dedication and passion have created an environment that has allowed the learning process to develop and us to flourish in it. So on behalf of the graduates, thank you very much. The intensive nature of fast-tracking a degree puts a large amount of stress and strain on us. At some stage through our degrees, we've all been taken outside our comfort zones and pushed to breaking point, sometimes multiple times in a week. What felt like a never-ending cycle of OSCEs, exams, presentations, essays, assignments and placements that have now finally ended would not have been possible if it weren't for our family and friends. Thank you for your support and comfort in the times that we needed them most. Today is as much of a celebration for us as it is a huge acknowledgement of appreciation to you. So thank you. Finally, to the graduating class of 2015. It has been an absolute blast and I've enjoyed my time here immensely. But as Tom Huxley once said, the rung of a ladder was never meant to be rest upon, but only hold a man's foot long enough to enable him to put the other somewhat higher. Good luck, dream big, go forth and conquer. Thank you very much.
The applause is well deserved. A few words. We did it. Go forth and conquer. I think that sums it up. And in between, we have reminiscences, nostalgia, a party animal, some would have believed. But above all else, we had also, with Nicholas, a committed academic. Nicholas's academic achievements have been outstanding. He has been awarded 7 first-in-class awards, and listed on the Vice-Chancellor's list for academic excellence for all 6 semesters. Yes, an applause. So what we're seeing is a consummate all-rounder, an all-rounder that was reflected in his speech. Nicholas has also been a student representative for the Australian Physiotherapy Association, a rowing coach and mentor at the Southport School, and a passionate member of the Bond AFL Sharkies, which, as we just heard, did get a passing reference in his speech. He won the Most Valuable Player in 2013 and was part of the Premiership winning team in 2014. But most of all, what Nicholas has done is to give us an insight into how special is the bond, pardon the pun, that binds all you together in what has been an extraordinary special experience, which I think Nicholas has so well captured. Nicholas, thank you for being a Bondie, thank you for being a great Bondie, and thank you for your speech today. Please join me in thanking Nicholas.
Will the graduates please stand? I'll now read the Bond University charge. I charge you as graduates of Bond University to demonstrate at all times the highest moral and ethical standards, to apply and to continue to extend your learning to the benefit of society, to strive through your actions to promote the universal worth of all people, to pursue the highest standards in all of your endeavours so that in fulfilling your personal goals and human responsibilities you add to the standing of your university, and to support and uphold your university and its alumni through engagement with the Bond Alumni Organisation and through your personal commitment. Graduates, do you accept that charge? What was that? Graduates, do you accept that charge? That's better. You may now be seated. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are very close to the close of formalities at this morning's wonderful ceremony. I would like to congratulate our graduating class on behalf of 3 constituencies. First, on behalf of the staff of the university. You have grown and met many of those, you have grown close to and met many of those staff over your journey here. And you will have formed relationships and friendships, not just with your academic staff, but for those of you that have lived on campus, you will know the people I'm talking about who support the student experience here behind the scenes. We're very proud of you and we're sad to see you go, but we wish you well. On behalf of the tens of thousands of Bond alumni who are now out there and you are joining their ranks today, I'm sure that they will warmly welcome you into the alumni organisation. And third, on behalf of the several thousand students you will now leave behind. Sometimes you forget, but you have been role models for them. You have set standards for them to follow, just as they will set standards for others to follow in their footpaths. So congratulations. Today is your day, but it would be remiss of you not to acknowledge that your journey here has not been alone. Your journey here has indeed been supported by friends, certainly family, including parents, in some cases spouses, grandparents, in other cases children. Members of the community have supported you. And several of you who are on scholarship will also appreciate the benefaction that very generous donors have made. Many of those people, particularly your family and friends, are in the audience today. So there's probably an opportunity for you to be upstanding, turn around to the audience and give them a really genuine round of applause and thanks, and wave to them in this great hall. It's your time, graduates, to thank your family and friends. Thank you, everyone. As you move on from today, I trust that today is one of those days that you treasure, that you look back on and say, that was one of those days, one of those moments in my life which I'll always remember. So enjoy the day. Take some time out to reflect on your experience here at this institution, and take some time to reflect what that genuinely means for you going forward. Our reputation is now forged by your actions, your endeavours, your behaviours, your attitudes, your values, and the way in which you treat your fellow human beings. Every single day you wake up and you should remind yourself that you are a Bond University graduate. And with that comes expectation and responsibility. And I hope that you live up to that expectation and responsibility as you go forward. I hope that you make us even more proud of you than we are today. So you go with our blessing, you go with our good luck, and you go with our celebratory farewell. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to join our graduates for some refreshments and some nibbles and some drinks downstairs in Don's Tavern. And I'm sure that Don Watts might even wander down there and enjoy one with you. But take a moment as you leave this hall to reflect that this will probably be for some time your last day on campus. But you'll always be welcome back, and I do remind you that each year during May we host a homecoming weekend. And I trust that many of you will mark that on your annual calendar as an event to come back to the Gold Coast. Ladies and gentlemen, that draws us to a close. You have been an extraordinarily patient audience. You've been a quiet audience, actually, for a graduation ceremony. So here is your last opportunity to make a bit of noise for our graduating class. Make a bit of noise.